At the time, there was the very rapid recognition of a new virus coming about and the very rapid identification and sequencing.
China was seen to be covering up information, silencing doctors, failing to warn its public. To what extent did that early response put global public health at risk?
At the time, it was, one has to remember that it was a height of influenza season. A cluster of pneumonia cases is not unusual. At the time, there was the very rapid recognition of a new virus coming about and the very rapid identification and sequencing of the genome.
And yet doctors were being arrested and silenced.
That, in terms of the country itself, has already announced that there were shortcomings. What those shortcomings were is not necessarily the part of the epidemiological investigation.
But isn't it though, Dr. Gao Li? Because for the second time in 2 decades, we have an emerging virus from China, made worse by the lack of transparency. Unless the WHO asks serious questions about some of those systemic issues, we won't learn the lessons. It may happen again.
The WHO asks these questions. We have just had a joint mission here of experts from WHO and from China, looking deeply into how the epidemic is transmitted, how the disease is transmitted, how severe is the disease, and what can be done about it. Time will come to look at what those shortcomings were and how they can be remedied.
What do you think of the criticism that China's political and economic clout makes it very difficult for the WHO to criticize?
We are epidemiologists, not litigators. There is a large epidemic happening and we have seen how the dramatic rise, which should have led to hundreds and thousands of more cases, through a concerted national effort at the top level of government, has flattened that epidemic, has drawn it out in such a way that China's own health system can cope better, and gained the time for other countries to learn those lessons and not to have to face that same issue.